Okay, so I'm just going to talk you through this garage I built here now at the back. You'll see here from this opening shot, I've just laid out the bricks and the blocks as I have a solid base to build on. We didn't require digging out the foundation, so we're off to a good start. And here the crew, ensure they're good staff, of course, well fed, and we're just starting to progress up along here now. You'll see obviously as I'm fronting it in brick, the interior has been built in brick, and a cavity wall then is what we're using for this side wall. The only thing you're watching out for, as always when you're building a wall, every time you place on a brick or a block at the end, just ensure it's coming up vertically level from the base. Pull your string line, and once you do that, you don't really go wrong. Now I'm putting two windows in high up on this side wall. They're above high level, so people won't be able to see in from outside. And again, using the level to ensure the ends of them are going to be level as well, vertically level. I just lay on the mortar freehand, a generous bed as you see there, and you just cut off the edge then at roughly a 60-degree angle using the trowel. The string line again is the essential thing. When you lay on your blocks, bring the top edge to meet your string line. Obviously keep the mortar as tidy as you can, especially here now because we're using a finished block. We don't want any staining on the edges, within reason. Using the Pro Pointer to give us that nice pointed finish. You can see it there. Okay, so having built up our side wall there now to our head or lintel height, we've come into the inside, and as you can see we're building single leaf brick, and obviously we can use the bricky here, so this will be very neat. Now to begin, because the ground was sloping a little, I cut the first line of bricks on their edge so that I was starting off on a level base, and once we're level, then after that, same, you'll be tired of hearing me say it, but just obey the principle. Ensure your ends are coming up vertically level, pull your string line, and just set. Every few courses as well, it doesn't hurt to check that your brick are 75 millimeters on top of each other. That's 65 mil for the brick, allowing for the 10 mil joint. Technically then you're absolutely accurate. You can do that with a marking stick, which is common enough practice. Just a bit of stick, you mark off the 10 mil joints and the 65 mil gaps for the bricks, and you'd offer it up to the end, say every third course or so, just to check that they're running fairly right. Where we'll be joining across to the far wall, we will require to have that horizontally level, so we're not making up any major gaps there that would look a bit odd. So I'm checking that as well as I'm progressing here. Young fella here giving us a hand, even the small lad mixing up the muck for us, and we've just left our opening down over the window. I was mixing the mortar as well by hand. I was mixing 10 shovels of sand, 3 shovels of cement with a shovel of lime, and that just typically keep me going for 4 hours at a time. You'll see here just from this shot, I'm forced to lay on the mortar by hand, which is common in with projects like this, little tricky areas. But again, that doesn't present a problem once you get anywhere comfortable working with it. Just lay on roughly the correct amount, and to allow for your compression as well. Obviously, just bring the top edge to meet your string line, which is the essential thing. Check your level as well, obviously, at the window, so the inside of your window is coming up vertically level as you progress. Okay, so now we've both our walls built up to the height of our lintel, and the scaffolding is out. We've put on our head here at the front, ensuring that it's set at least 100 millimeters back into the brick, and we're running across line of soldier course along the lintel. I've marked on the lintel the spacings for each brick as I come along, and all I need to do then is just check that they're running vertically level. I generally do it every third or fourth brick because they can run off a little bit. You'd be surprised how they can deceive you, so it doesn't hurt to check every third or fourth brick. Here now you see our new Metal Pro pointer, just giving it the coup de grace, and that nicely pointed finish. And you'll notice to the left then on this side wall we've put in the head as well for these two side windows, a concrete head obviously for the block, and on top of that then you'll see the soap block, 6-inch soap block, which brings us up to the full block, so we're finishing level right across. On the front then I'm just laying on as many full bricks as I can before we'll go roofing. Now we will have to make cuts at the front, but the thing to do is get as many full on as you know it will take. Then once our roof joist is running as tight as we can, obviously we'll keep it to the brick. We can make the cuts then so that they finish just below the height of that roof joist. Here now you see I've laid on the lintel for the window on the side, and I'm marking on the lintel the spacings for the brick. It is good to do that so you finish in perfect and it runs in at the end, and it'll be calculated so you'll have full bricks. There'll be no cutting there. Remember 3 bricks on edge like that works out at the same dimension as a full brick on flat. Our walls are now complete. We're ready to begin roofing. Now you'll see here from the opening shot I'm just putting in a filler piece to bring the height of our boiler house up to meet the level of the brickwork on the side wall. So a bit of 4x2 is what was required there, and I'm just fixing that to the boiler house roof. And you'll see on top of that our standard wall plate, standard 4x3. I have a treated wood preservative is what will be fitted now, running across the whole thing at both sides. We're fixing these with split nails. Just drill in a 10mm hole with your masonry bit, and drive these things into it with a lump hammer, wedges the whole thing together. It is recommended and a very good idea to lay your wall plate on a bed of mortar that spreads the force uniformly from the roof right across the wall. So just using our bricky there, nice generous bed of mortar, and we'll set our wall plate onto that, give it a good compress into it, and we're ready now to make our fixings here on this as well. Same thing, wedge nails, drill them out and lash them into it using the more solid parts of the wall over the pillars, etc. A few fixings across it is perfectly adequate. With our wall plates fixed, we're now ready to put on our roof rafters. Very simple roof is what we're putting on here. It's just a single lean roof, and the joints in this can be cut very simply as well. You'll see here the top joint, just with my level dome on its side and running the seat line across the joist, and the thickness of the level then acts as perfect seat cut for it. And for the bird's mouth cut, level horizontally up off the back of the wall plate, or the inside of the wall plate, we'll say. Just run up the vertical line to meet the seat line, and that'll be our notch to cut out and set on our wall plate at this end. The far end, it'll be just one straight cut across again with our level on its side. With them cut, once one is cut, check it that it's setting okay. Having set out your building, properly square your wall and your wall plates, again checked that they are laid out square. The one joist will be the same right across your roof. So cut one, check it, and once it's setting right, you can use that as your template then to cut the rest of the rafters.